didn't open, shops didn't open, business, everything locked down today. My fear is that we need to begin to understand the forces and power behind this so that we will not do mistake. We need to begin to be in charge of this. Very important. We need to start to be in charge. So that by the time this thing go out of hand, we will be able to manage it. The opportunity is still here. Please, let me make it very clear again for those who will come tomorrow now and cut the video, put it somewhere, waiting for our leader to come out. Simon Ekpa rebel against it at home. Simon Ekpa rebel against it at home. Because I know people can go to any length. But let me make it very clear. I am only concerned the ability to control what is to come. Now we are at the foundation stage. We are at the foundation stage of this whole thing. And I am speaking from the spiritual world. We are at the foundation stage. The foundation stage is now. How you handle it now will determine how you will handle it when it escalates in the future. The foundation is very important. This is the foundation stage. Biafra people will stop at nothing until they hear and they see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not them, they don't know what they are doing. Biafra people will stop at nothing until they use this their eye to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak before this whole thing will come down. One moment. As I was saying, Biafra people, they are not going to move an inch. Until the Biafra people see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with their eyes before this will go down. I have delivered my message for today. Mark it somewhere so that when it starts to happen, you will not say, Simon Ekpa is come now. What is autopilot? What is this, or that? See, I want you to save this message now. Today is the now we are already, me here, I'm already on the 31st of August. Some of you where you are in Biafra land, you are still on the 30th of August. I am already on the 31st of August. Save it for reference. Now let us continue from where we stopped yesterday. We are going to continue the analysis of this Kunle, the retired Commodore Kunle, Naval Officer. You see, Porom, I don't know whether you are from Thailand. I don't know whether you are from Thailand. What is Porom, I don't pom? Which one is that one? Simon, stop instigating issues. Whatever happens, let it be. Please, can we focus on today's topic? This is today's topic now. Are you giving me topic? This is today. Did you not see in this topic today, did you not see sit at home? Did you not see sit at home in the topic? Go back to the topic. Which one is a Porum I don't pump? Which one? What name is that? You say focus on today's topic. What is today's topic? I'm the one who gave you the topic. The topic is the explosive analysis of the Naval Officer Kunle. And then at the end of the topic, you see sit at home. So which one is your topic? Sit at home, 14th September. It is there. Go and check the topic. So some of you come here with all this fake name. You cannot even ordinary your name. You can't even you cannot even be proud of your name to write your name on social media. You come here, Porum I don't pump. What kind of nonsense name is this? Don't come here to comment nonsense on direct me how to run my program. Answer your name first before we can talk to you. All right, let us continue. My blood they hot. My blood they hot. My blood they hot. All right, here we go.
The Togo Barrack is where I was trained as an intelligence officer. It's the same. On Friday, they will troop in. They throw it open. It's religion. And if, because we must think about solution. The minister of the
intense fighting is once again bringing suffering to Afghanistan.
Should stop this. They should make pronouncement and stop it. Every Friday, people should go to various mosques around them to pray and maintain the sanctity of our military institutions. That's what
I wanted to know if this has been an issue before now. I mean, has this been anything that the people at the top in the military have found as a source of concern? Let me raise an instance. For instance, we know that at almost every security institution, even on the roads here in Abuja, before you can enter the same road that leads to any military institution is divided in two. There are huge barricades to prevent anybody from just entering, so to speak. This became a source of concern for the military, especially after the attacks on the police headquarters. Has this been a source of concern for the top brass of the military to say, hey, look, if we're taking these steps to put barricades, then this is also going to be a source of concern for us. What can we do about it? Have they elevated this discussion?
At defense headquarters, every Monday, even if you go this Monday coming, you will see they are always there to discuss intelligence and security brief. We discuss all topics there, including the issue of Muslims gathering every weekend. All those barriers you see at defense headquarters, and that's why I'm talking to the media. They should go there on Friday. The barrier is no longer there, it's open, because it is Jumat. And this is when they come to carry out surveillance. If you look at what happened in Mogadishu Barrack, it was the same. That was the time they went there and blasted the place and killed a lot of people. It's these same people that are allowed to have access on Fridays and become members of the mess because they are, it's a social-cultural issue. So I think we should begin to look, the Minister of Defense should put an end to this, because for 35 years of my stay in the military intelligence, it has been the case. Both naval institutions, Air Force institutions, Army institutions, even the Department of State Services. Once it's Friday, the gates are thrown open, and people come from outside, and there'll be no space. They'll be all over. If you go to Defense Headquarters on Friday, this Friday, you see them littered everywhere.
If I could just comment.
Now, the question here is that how do you stop a system? Remember, how do you stop something that has been there for over 35 years of your military service? You think it is now in 2021 when the Islamists, when the Taliban when the jihadists are in the government? Is it now you want to stop something that they have? You see, I've been saying it from the beginning. I said, what you have in Nigeria is what I call the institutionalized conquest of southern Nigeria, or the institutionalized conquest of Nigeria. They conquer Nigeria through their institutions. And these military formations become part of the institution in which the conquest of Nigeria is taking place. So, how do you come now in 2021 when they have occupied every position in Nigeria and you say we must begin to close the gate? How can you close gate of military formation where the people in those military formations have Boko Haram members with them? When Nigeria Army have recruited Boko Haram into the system, how do you stop that? It has become impossible. It is impossible to do. And the earlier somebody understand, this man who you have intelligent, the earlier he understand that, and the other people who will come out to speak, the earlier they understand that it is not possible, the better for them. The earlier they understand that it is not possible, the better for them. Anybody that comes here to talk about DOS that I have addressed, I am going to block you. So for that reason, add Biafra Abiama. You are going to be blocked because you did not come here with good intention. So I'm blocking you right away. This is the way we are going to be doing it from now on. Don't come here and distract us with DOS this, Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. The issue has been resolved. I have addressed it, and that is fine now. You come here and talk, I block you. I don't waste time. I don't waste time for people who come here as agent of defending Simon Ekpa or defending DOS. Come here and talk rubbish, I block you. The game have changed. I am in charge of this platform. I block who I want, especially those who come here to sow seed of discord among us. I block you. If you come here and you want to watch the program, want to watch the exposition I'm doing, make your comment in line with this exposition. Make your comment in line with what is happening in Nigeria. Make your comment in line with our IPOB members that has been arrested in Ghana. Make your comment in line with the killings and abduction of our people. Make your comment in line with the genocide happening in Biafra land. Don't come here and talk rubbish. Waste your stupid time that you don't have to come here and start talking about people. You think you are the one who loves DOS more than me? You think you love the Biafra struggle more than me? You come here to start instigating us against each other. The issue has been, resolved, and that is fine now. Come here and talk. The only thing is that I will not see your comment. If I see your comment, you are blocked. We don't need you. We don't need you at all. Here we go.
I mean, this conversation is usually quite tricky. I mean, people listening, some might take different perspectives to it, thinking, oh, is this a religious thing? Is this an ethnic thing? They ask, is it only Muslims you have in the military? Is it only people from this certain cultural, heritage that you have in the military? And I'd like us to tackle the issues. You have mentioned what you have called the core, as it were, of the problem. How do we tackle this without viewing it from a religious spectrum, an ethnic spectrum? Because well, Nigeria is quite, polarized across, these groups, ethnicity and religious. How do we tackle it without coming off as though you're inciting people, on those lines?
You see, one thing I discovered in this country is that when it comes to religion, everybody's very sensitive. But the fact I have laid bare is from the experience of 35 years of military intelligence. So I'm not coming to the air to whip up sentiments, no. I have been in the system. I work with Abacha government. I work with Babangida government. I work with Abdul Salam. I work with Yar'Adua Obasanjo as a core insider of operations. I belong to a group of people that you are not supposed to see, people that you are not supposed to hear, because we have three classes of military officers. I belong to the worst group. I lost my family because my family does not have to know where I have been, where I have gone, and I cannot talk. I've seen Konelu here, I've seen Stan Lambo. Some of us belong to that group that we are not supposed to be seen, and we are not supposed to be heard.
Do you hear that? He belonged to a group in the military that you are not supposed to see. You are not supposed to hear them. You are not supposed to hear him talk. That is the group, the different class of military, but he belonged to the group that you don't need to see. You are not supposed to see. But what made this man decide to be seen? And at the same time, he is talking about another president will have challenge. He's talking about Nigeria. What is the problem? He knows a lot. So if he can come here with all the intelligence he has gathered and come here and start hammering on religion and Islamization of Nigeria, he says some people think they can Islamize Nigeria. Why you, who don't know anything? You don't know nothing. Your governor knows nothing. Your governor don't even know anything about Nigeria. They will be telling you, it's not possible. How can you Islamize Nigeria? It is not possible now. Yeah, Islamize Nigeria. It is not possible. How can you Islamize Nigeria? How can you Islamize Nigeria? It is not possible. Now, before we go further, let us watch this. We entire Biafran, Southern Nigeria, Middle Belt, all Christians in Nigeria, we must support this idea of Dr. Obadia Mai Lafia calls for a week stay-at-home protest from Christians. Let us go there and listen to him.
What will happen if all Christians in this country stayed at home for a week in protest? What will happen if all Christians in this country stayed at home for a week in protest against atrocities, against the persecution of the church, against social injustice, against nepotism, against all these kidnappings and rapes and violent atrocities? What if we stayed at home for a whole week, fasting and praying and say we are not moving an inch until this government listens to us and will bring the whole country to a standstill? That will even be a test as to know who is the true majority. Why can't we do that? What are we waiting for? While that fasting takes place, nobody should touch anything beef. It is because of this cow that they're killing so many people. So for heaven's sake, for a week, let's not eat their meat. Let's not eat the cow. Let's stay at home in protest and let's submit our constitutional grievances to the powers that be. That no, we will not cooperate with you until you address and meet our demands. That this constitution is illegal because it is loaded with, jurisprudential innovations that have changed the constitutional compact that existed since 1914 amalgamation, which coupled up Nigeria together as a secular open state, not an Islamic state. We do not, and we will never belong to an Islamic state. You are hell-bent on enforcing an Islamic state. You are hell-bent on using illegal aliens to take over our ancestral homelands, contrary to our constitution, contrary to the social contract that we have entered with. So we are downing our tools for 1 week. Let's do that and see whether Nigeria will survive it or not. Let's do that for a whole week. Let's bring this country to its knees until our demands are met. We don't need to throw even a stone. Just stay at home and fast and pray and say you are not going to work. Close the markets, close everywhere, close the schools. Keep our children at home.
You see, this is exactly what everybody in Nigeria should be thinking and supporting. We want to support the proposal of Dr. Malafia that all Christians in Nigeria should take 1 week and sit at home. You see, Biafra are always setting the pace. Other Nigeria, they have come to understand that the sit at home initiated by the indigenous people of Biafra has become the most effective civil disobedience, especially to this kind of terrorist government. So, I am again calling on the leadership of indigenous people of Biafra to look into it. We need to support Dr. Malafia's move for a 1 week sit at home. We need to begin. We know that our own in Biafra land, it is not a problem. It is not a problem at all, because whenever we tell our people, they're going to do it. So the leadership should begin to look at this proposal, which is very welcome development. It is not better. Listen, it is not. It doesn't matter whether Dr. Malafia is agitating for Nigeria or agitating for better Nigeria or what. You know, it is. They can be making their own demand while we are making our own demand. It is the same. We doesn't necessarily have to be making one demand. Everybody can sit at home. As we are sitting at home, we are making our demand, and they are making their demand. So our demand is very clear. We are demanding for referendum within that 1 week, and then while Dr. Malafia and his people, if they want to continue to stay in a terrorist country, they can continue to demand for a better Nigeria. But the point is that everybody's voices, everybody's demand will be heard. It doesn't matter whether they do it. It doesn't matter whether they do it. And then also boycotting of cow meat. You see? So it is something we must come out to support. You know, we must support this. Let us know who have the population in Nigeria. They say Nigeria is Islam, 50% or whatever percent and this. So let us know. Let us know. And let me tell you, you see, there is a time you will be in a hurry. You will just forget whatever that is written on the vehicle and enter it. When Bogeru, in or na main road na moto, and I say, it time to come and ibia check here then a moto. I say, happy here then a moto buy na moto. When we reach there, when the sit at home of 1 week sit at home has been declared in entire Nigeria by Christians, the world will know that something is going on. You know, forget about the demand. Forget about those who are demanding one Nigeria or demanding something. We know what we are looking for. We know what we are demanding. And let me tell you, you never can tell. You never can tell how the thing will end. You never can tell before 1 week elapses what will happen. You never can tell where it will lead to or what it will lead to. You never can tell. But you see, in business, you take risk. In life, you take risk. The difference between those who are successful and those who are not successful sometimes is that the ability to take risk, turn every stone that you see on your way. Irrespective of whether you see scorpion or snake, you turn every stone. Because the stone you are going to leave unturned maybe where you are, where you will have diamond that will change your life. So that is why wise people, they don't miss, they turn every stone on their way. On their way up, they turn every stone. Every stone they see, they turn it. What they see, they take. If they see snake, they take snake. They run away. If they see scorpion, they run away. If they can kill it, they kill it. But you never can tell. When you turn one stone and see diamond, that is the end of the road. You can become whatever you want to become. So we need to be thinking towards turning every stone that we can see on our way. Joining forces, buying the idea of Dr. Malafia of 1 week, complete 1 week. Remember that during the COVID-19, some of you sat for 3 months. So 1 week sit at home for all Christians in Nigeria. As the people who are fighting for one Nigeria will be making their demand, we fighting for Biafra will be making our own demand. And everybody, the world will listen to us. Even if something didn't change immediately, it will become, let me tell you, you see, freedom doesn't come very easily. It doesn't come, freedom is not cheap. Freedom is very expensive. Very, very expensive. Do you know that freedom is something you can't buy with money? You can't buy it with money. It is something you fight for. It is something you suffer for. It is something that comes with different kind of price tag. So you don't sit and eat apple every day and expect freedom. No. You have to do something. And so if we are going into Dr. Malafia's proposal, we'll be ready for 1 week sit at home. As we are sitting at home for that 1 week, every day we are online making our demand. We are making our demand on media. We are making our demand public. We are making our demand in international community. We are making our demand. It doesn't matter whether that demand is met in that 1 week. After that 1 week, we will have a rest again. And we are going to now look into the outcome of the sit at home and then re-strategize again and come back again. We will do it. This is the only thing that is very effective now in Nigeria. Because I say, Nigeria abaga and Hana abaga every day. So this is one of the ajebe we are going to give them. Right, let me also continue. 1 moment. Blocking mode activated.
The truth I'm telling you now is not about sentiment. Is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized.
There are a group of people in this country that feel that this country should be Islamized. But you know, do you know what is going to shock you? When you hear a group of people in this country, you think it is Megiddo. You think it is a Getman. No. Why you should be worried is that when this man is saying group of people, my brother, he is talking about your presidency. That is why you should be worried. He is talking about your chief of army staff. That is why you should be worried. He is talking about Attorney General of Nigeria. That is why you should be worried. He is talking about the CGN. That is why you should be worried. He is talking about all the northern politicians, including senators and the House of Representative members. That is why you should be worried. He is talking about all the police or security personnel that are killing people in Biafra land now. That is why you should be worried. Send it to me, the Mbaka recent video. So, why should you not think about when this man say some group of people, so that you know where the problem is, you know the kind of problem you are into. This group of people have recruited killers from all over Africa to come and kill you in Nigeria. Now let us continue.
This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He interrogated a high-rank officer or a government official of this particular government in 2007 on the issue of Boko Haram. I think he is meant to say 2017, I don't know. But anyway, maybe 2007 or so. But whichever way. But the person is now in this government. So when we are talking about group of people, we are not talking about all these Megidas. We are talking about people who are making policy for your country, Nigeria. By the way, do you all know that Finland is opening